She thought it might be with you. I thought it safer to warn you.
Well, a little joke. I just might surprise her by not recognizing her. If ever I saw it, and then Danilo catches up by making an ass of himself with that idiotic story about the prince and princess. What possessed him to tell such a pointless anecdote in a situation like that? No sense of time, not to mention his downright rudeness, storming off like he did. A fine way to treat a lady. Take my word for it, if ever he had a chance to ingratiate himself with the widow, he blew it to smithereens.
Perhaps he might apologize. You never know.
Too late. After such behavior, it is my guess she would refuse to see him again. even if he came crawling back on his hands and knees. An unlikely event in any scenario.
Well, it was a good try on our part.
A brilliant idea, but it fizzled. The fact that Count Danilo and Madame Glawari are not attracted to each other, it's as simple as that. You can't build fuel without fire. And if I'm any judge of human nature, a point that you would dispute, we will never see Count Danilo anywhere near the Madame again. Never.
What has happened to my Maximes?
Well, Danilo, I had a feeling you would show up.
Quite right, sir. After heating up a bit, I managed to cool off and think things over. No, said I, Madame Glawari's fortune must not leave Pontevedra. I must do what I can while there's still time.
So you decided to take the assignment more seriously. Too bad you didn't think of it sooner. No, I fear there comes a time to look facts in the face. We have missed the boat. She is head over heels in love with young Roussillon. There is nothing we can do about it.
It can't be as bad as that.
Give 3 reasons why not.
Passing fancy. Romantic delusion. Paris often does this to people. She's probably had second thoughts already.
But good heavens, Mac, she's going to marry him. She's announced her engagement.
Then we must persuade her to break it. Appeal to her patriotism, her sense of duty.
No. I'm afraid patriotism can only be pushed so far. No, I'm afraid she has set her mind on it, and there is no talking her out of it.
So you would surrender? Think of the consequences. The loss would be unbearable. No, we must appeal to her better nature. We cannot give up.
Count Danilo, what a pleasant surprise. After your abrupt departure the other night, I had no idea I'd be seeing you at a party of mine ever again.
I'm here for a purpose.
And Bogdonavitch, Rommel, Pritschitsch, we have things to attend to. Come.
Hanna, let me get straight to the point. Not long ago, you came to me for advice, as a friend, whether or not you should marry.
And that friendly advice I recall was, marry whomever you like. It's no concern of mine.
Please don't hold that against me. You know my temper. I spoke off the top of my head, but now I speak from the heart. You must not marry me.
Why do you put it so strongly? Why does it mean so much to you?
Surely you must know.
Yes, I think I do. But I want to hear it from your own lips, in your own words. Why must I not marry this man? Why are you so opposed to it?
It's for the fatherland. If your fortune leaves this country...
I see. It comes down to money. Love, happiness, personal fulfillment have nothing to do with it. Just money. Very well. Let's keep it on these terms. I have no wish to bankrupt our beloved fatherland. You may rest assured this marriage that you find so objectionable will not take place.
Oh, Hanna, you will sacrifice.
Oh, you may need to worry on that score. I'm not giving up anything that I have the slightest desire to hold on to.
So you're not in love with Camille?
No, I'm not.
But the rendezvous at the pavilion, the love scene overheard by the Baron, I saw it myself.
In that tender scene, my dear, I was not the leading lady. I was the understudy.
Understudy?
Called in at the last minute. I stepped in to help a friend out of an embarrassing situation by quickly reshuffling the deck, as it were. Her reputation was saved, and her husband was deceived into thinking that he was not deceived.
That's magnificent. It's incredible. You're a heroine. Why did you tell me sooner?
When did you give me a chance to tell you?
The torment I've been going through. Misery because I thought, you're not in love. You're not in love.
Danilo, why does it make you so happy? Why are you so relieved that you want to say it? Say it.
celebrate, sir?
3 cheers for Pontevedro! Hip, hip, hooray! Did you hear that, dear? Madame Glawari is not going to marry Count Procyon after all.
Magnificent! She's holding out for me!
But surely, after what we saw in the pavilion, that was an optical illusion, a conjuring trick. What you saw was Madame Glawari coming to the rescue of an endangered friend, a married woman whose very reputation was on the line.
Olga!
Sylvia!
And who might this married woman be?
I was not so indiscreet as to ask.
So Madame Glawari allows herself to be compromised out of devotion to a friend. Very touching. Which friend?
The question is of general concern.
Sylvia and darling, it was just then, as we were having tea.
Well, everybody having a good time? Party still going strong? Oh, cold champagne, warm night. Or you could say it backwards. Night warm, champagne cold. Viva la
I do believe the man is tipsy. Good heavens, sir, what's your fancy?
What is that artifact in your hand?
Oh, no. Mustn't touch. Long story. Incriminating evidence.
Dear me. Olga's fan. So it turns up once again.
The truth comes out! I am betrayed! A ton of cursed cane!
There, I wouldn't take it so far.
No! This is the end! The bitter end!
Calm yourself, sir. Your wife has nothing to do with this. The fan is not hers. It is mine.
What? You? Then I'll be free. Oh, God, oh, cursed day. Scandal, disgrace, divorce. Madame, I am a free man. And in the name of my...
Yeah, quick recovery.
Excellency, you do me a great honor, but I'm afraid that you'll be doing your country a poor service by marrying a penniless widow. That's the way it is. The will of my late husband specifies that even when I remarry, I lose my entire fortune.
Aunt, is that true? You'll have no money.
In that case, Madame, it is only fair of me to withdraw my offer.
Hanna, now there's nothing that can stand between us. I love you. Will you marry me?
At last, the words I've been waiting for.
You would marry her without a penny. You are obviously not cut out for a political career.
He marries a poor woman, but luckily I marry a rich man. The will states that my fortune is to go to my husband.
Hanna, what a shameless trick to pull on an unsuspecting man. But how can I hold it against you? I would love you even if you had 100 million.
My dear, you found my fan. I believe it's sometimes referred to as the smoking gun. But before you cast me out into the cold, why don't you read the message that I wrote on?
I am a proud, impeccable wife. And it's not true you're not. Oh, dear, forgive me.
Yes, it is true. As it has always been. And you are ridiculous, hard-headed, silly, fool!
My dear, those are the softest, sweetest words you've ever said to me. Women